It's matchday -1 in the Champions League, so here is everything you need to know before the final set of games. The Champions League phase is set for an exciting final day with 25 of the 36 teams awaiting their fate. All 18 games will be played at the same time at 8 PM tomorrow night, with 16 matches having something on the line. Manchester City are in danger of elimination after Wednesday's collapse at PSG, whilst Liverpool are already through. Arsenal are almost there, and Aston Villa are somewhere in between. The as it stands table will constantly be updating, with teams' hopes potentially relying on other results. It marks the first season of the new format, compared with the old 14 groups with 2 going through, where sometimes there was nothing to play for by the end. This time though, Matchday 8 is going to be unbelievable. For years we've obviously had quite boring final match days, but this one is going to be really exciting stuff. First though, here's a reminder of what the 36 league phase teams are aiming for. Those finishing in the top 8 automatically progress to the last 16, where they will be seeded. They will await the winners of 8 two-legged knockout playoff ties, featuring the clubs ranked from 9th to 24th. Those finishing between 9th and 16th will be seeded and face a team between 17th and 24th, with the advantage of playing the second leg at home. Clubs that rank 25th or lower are eliminated and no longer gain entry to the Europa League. The playoff ties take place in mid-February, with the last 16 matches taking place in the first 2 weeks of March. Liverpool and Barcelona already have the top 8 guaranteed, so they are qualified. There's lots of teams who have the top 24 guaranteed at least, and that's Arsenal, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen, Aston Villa, Monaco, Feyenoord, Lille, Brest, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Juventus and Celtic. Those uncertain of progression are PSV, Club Brugge, Benfica, PSG, Sporting Lisbon, Stuttgart, Manchester City, Dinamo Zagreb and Shakhtar Donetsk. The 9 teams already eliminated are Bologna, Sparta Prague, Leipzig, Girona, Red Star Belgrade, Sturm Graz, Salzburg, Slovan Bratislava and Young Boys. So what do the British teams need to go through? For Man City, it is very simple. If they beat Club Brugge at home, they will go to the playoff round. If they fail to win, they will be eliminated. Man City cannot reach the last 16 automatically. Aston Villa are guaranteed at least a playoff place, and a win at home to Celtic would give them a good chance of finishing in the top 8. However, they would need one of the 5 teams above them to slip up. Celtic are only 1 point behind Villa, so they could finish in the top 8, but they would need a win and a lot of things to go their way above them. Arsenal, away at Girona, are all but in the last 16, as they sit 3 points clear of the playoffs with a much better goal difference than any other team on 13 points. Liverpool are one of 2 teams, along with Barcelona, who know they are in the last 16 already and will be guaranteed a top 2 finish. Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are among the giants in the positions between 9th and 24th and will be hoping things go their way to end up in the top 8. So a big question that I'm seeing online is, does it matter where you finish in the top 8? And the answer is definitely. Where a team finishes in the league table determines which opponents they can face and when they face them in the knockout stage. Take Liverpool for example. The Reds are now guaranteed a top 2 finish, which gives them a seeded route through to the last 16. This means that the Reds will face a team who finished 15th, 16th, 17th or 18th in the last 16. The identity of the team won't be known until the playoffs, but the predetermined draw means it will be the winner of the ties involving teams that finish in those 4 places. Liverpool cannot finish the team who finishes second in the league phase, or whoever finishes top if they are overtaken on the final match day, until the final. By contrast, a team that finishes 7th or 8th could face a side that finished just below them in the league phase in 9th or 10th. Another key question that I've seen being asked is, what is the difference between finishing 9th and 24th? So teams that finish between 9th and 16th will be seeded in the knockout phase playoff round. It means that they will face a team that finishes between 17th and 24th. Who the seeded teams face will be determined by a draw, but clubs will only have 2 possible opponents. For example, the teams that finish 11th and 12th are paired together and will play a team that finishes 21st or 22nd. Another bracket will pair the teams that finished 9th and 10th, playing either team that was 23rd or 24th. The 2 pairs of fixtures will be drawn into opposite halves of the overall draw, and the seeded teams will play the second leg of the playoff at home as a reward for finishing higher than their opponent in the league phase. Unlike previous years, teams eliminated from the Champions League, either in the group phase or via losing a playoff, will not drop into the Europa League. Opta has given its predictions for who will get into the playoffs and the last 16 to give us an idea of who's got the best chance of qualifying. Opta predicts that Arsenal, Liverpool and Barcelona will all automatically go through to the last 16, whilst Inter Milan have a 99.6% chance and Atletico Madrid have a 92.2% chance. They've given clubs like Monaco and Brest over a 90% chance of qualifying, but it will be via a playoff round. It's also predicted that Celtic and PSV will 100% progress to the playoff stages, suggesting they are safe from elimination through clubs like Man City getting a big swing. Speaking of Man City, Opta predicts they've got a 63.8% chance of going through to the playoff rounds and just a 41% chance of getting a big swing and progressing automatically in the top 8. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and Juventus all have over a 90% chance of qualifying to the playoff rounds, but only between 62 and 73% chance of qualifying automatically. So that is everything you need to know about Matchday 8 in the Champions League. Let me know who you think will qualify in the comments. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there are plenty of others you can go and listen to. For more content, be sure to check out my website, that's inmrfootball.co.uk. On there you can find match reports, live blogs, club updates and so much more. And if that's not enough, INMR is also on X and Instagram, so you can follow me on those platforms for more daily football content. Thank you very much for listening and I will see you in the next one.